everybody, and welcome to our Week 2 exit interview for Big Brother Canada 11, where we are going to be joined by JM to ask him your questions. Now look, before we get to that, you guys know the deal. Make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe wherever you are watching these shows. If it's YouTube, hitting the thumbs up, the subscribe button, the bell, commenting below. Those are all great free ways to help support the show. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, all of those places. You guys following us at Reality Recaps everywhere is such an easy, free way to help support the shows, as is sharing. Tell a friend, tell a family member, maybe there's someone you think would like the show or a clip. You guys are our best little marketers, so thank you all for doing that. Now, these questions are coming straight from all of you, so make sure that you tweet us anytime using hashtag YRRLive, especially on Thursdays after the episode, if you want me to ask any questions to the house guest that gets evicted, or, I saw that some people also didn't know, we're watching the dailies every night around 11 p.m. Eastern in our Discord, so if you need a way to watch those or a community to watch them live and chat with, come on over. You don't need VPNs or weird websites. It's all there. Same thing with watching the episodes live. We watch the episodes live in our Discord. You can watch it right there, chat with us. Such an easy way to do it without VPNs and all the confusing other things if you're in the States. So we hope that you will join us in those places. And of course, if you've missed the last 10, 15 more years of our shows, you can check out our archive over at yourrealityrecaps.com. Amazing Race, Big Brother, Survivor, Housewives, all of our content, like I said, from over the past decade is there. So make sure that you check that out. Of course, if you don't know, I am live every single day on YouNow from 4 p.m. till about 11 p.m. when we start the dailies, and then we Twitch after that and play some fun games with everyone. So, like I said, check us out wherever you guys like getting your content. But now we need to go see what JM is up to and ask him your questions. So without further ado, JM, how are you doing?
I'm doing so good. How are you doing, Eric?
I am doing great. So look, first, I gotta get right into it with the biggest questions that we have for you. First being, do you think maybe you should have tried to work with the guys, or maybe just held those cards a little closer to your chest? Day one, two?
Yes, I'm not blind to the mistakes that I made in the house, but I think what maybe viewers and people who were supporting me didn't see was that Zach was really marinating me, and I genuinely thought in that moment that I was talking to a friend and not someone who was sussing me out. Like, I thought that I showcased to him at that point that I could be trusted, that I was so willing to work with him. And although it did come out that way, I didn't press on it. I saw the shift in his face, and maybe I should have went back and, taken it all back. But at that point, the damage was done, and I underestimated his relationship with the other guys. He really was, call me a piece of meat, really, like a steak, if you would.
Yeah. Well, all right. So we saw you at times in the house, perhaps be the drama. Why did you not amp that up a little bit to try and get the votes at the end? Or did you, and we just missed it? Or didn't get
there was there were times where I did get heated, but I was very, very, very particular with my words. I wasn't gonna go in and call people any words and be mean like that. I think the only person that I really talked about illfully was Anika, calling her annoying because her laugh was just like a sonar. In that house, it just penetrated every single wall. But I think it would have been a lot more damaging to people I represent and people who were supporting me if I just blew up. It's just so obvious. It's such a stereotype that I'm like, this is not actually who I am. And yes, there are moments where I do get heated in life, but that's behind closed doors. That's not, it's not my motive to make someone look like blank, whatever that blank is. And I know that we're all dancing around the little subject, but it's just not my style. And I don't want that to be my story.
I got you. Do you feel that you put all your eggs in Santina's basket? It seems like you campaigned a lot to her at the end.
Yes, yes. Truth be told, a lot of people were surprised when I didn't have the numbers because they thought that I was playing the game from day one, when actually I was just, they called me a triple threat. They saw that I can endure in physical comps. They saw that I can be really good at puzzles. And then they also were like, oh, this kid is social. He's surrounded by everybody. He's making people breakfast, all these things. It's a strategy. And I'm like, I'm just being a decent human being, babes. Like, I wasn't even trying to play that angle, but I appreciate it. And the only person that I really did give my word to at that point was Santina. I said, like, the only way that I can gain your trust here is to vote however you want me to vote. And she never believed me. She just had this thing about like not trusting me. And after the fact, what you guys don't see is that she confesses to me that she's like, I had conversations after I put you up as a nom, and people were telling me left, right, and center that you never spoke game to them and all these things. And I'm sitting there like, anyways, are you still wanting to work with me?
Right.
Like, now that you know the truth, like what's going on? Yeah. So it was a risky move to do that. But ultimately, like, I didn't want to also be running around and telling people that, oh, I'm going to protect you or keep you safe or work with you, because that's also like really damaging too, right? However you look at it, however the perspective is,
Like
all of this. Yeah.
right. Like you said, I think it's safe to say you were going to be a comp beast this season. Was there any comp that you were really looking forward to playing that you didn't get to play?
Yes, in my fantasy, I really wanted to play the before and after and the A and B games. Like, I was memorizing things left, right, and center. I knew how many books were beside what statue. I knew how many of those photos and the house photos, or the house guest photos, and the past season photos. People didn't realize that some of those photos, we're wearing the same thing as past house guests. And so I was like challenging the way that people were thinking and all these things. And I think that really did drive this force of like, wow, this kid is on it. You know, he's a little too smart for his own good, which I am, to be honest. But I just have a love for this game. I just understand it so well. And I just really wanted to play, like, my angle in doing that was actually to just level out the playing field, because I didn't want to be the only person that knew those things. And
Who do you hope leaves next?
Santina, to be honest.
Okay.
I hope that Santina comes out next. We have a lot of words to talk about. I want her to review the footage, roll the clip, and see that I was loyal to you from day one and that you were played, girl. But yeah, I would love that. I would love for Zach to go home. I feel like he was, the biggest betrayal was him. I really thought that he was a friend to me in that game, but I realized he was just playing me too. Like, goodness, it was.
Were you the biggest question we got was, were you in love with Zach?
Absolutely no.
He thought that you were.
Absolutely no. That
it was
is
clear.
Absolutely dreadful. Me in love with a hetero? No, thank you. Sorry, Zach. I know in your fantasy that's what you want, but sorry to break it to you.
Who do you think is playing the best game right now, and who do you think is playing the worst game?
The best game right now, I think, are people like Kuzi and Claudia, who are like keeping it a little low key. I've gotten some good conversations with them. They know what's going on. Like, they are on it. I'm excited to see how this kind of unravels, and people are not giving them, you know, any time of day and playing games. So I love that for them. They're just not in the spotlight. The worst player right now is Santina. I think, call it what you would, in anything that she's done, big play, small play, whatever you want to title it, it was shady. Like, who would put up their own partner as a back door? As a back door. So I think that she miscalculated the effect of that in the house. And she's actually not the most popular house guest right now. So
who do you hope to see in the final two?
Final two, it better be women, but I'm really rooting on like Renee and Kuzi, or Renee and Claudia, or Kuzi and Renee. Just those three names. I do think that they were really, really kind to me from the very beginning, honest to me when they needed to be honest, and pushed me when I needed to be pushed. So I appreciate them for all those things. And in a different world, we would be working together right now in that house.
Final question. Is there anything specific that you want fans to know about you that we didn't get to see because your time was so, cut short? Or is there anything that you learned about yourself coming out of this experience that you didn't know before you started playing the game?
Yeah, I honestly, I think that some fans may have thought that I played this game like unconsciously, like almost like I just went in and I told Zach these things, and I was just, I was unapologetically me, but I was being really genuine when I was just trying to, people are going to say that I lied. I didn't lie. People are going to say, I was scheming. I didn't scheme. And it was just so silly for me to be so naive that people would look at that as like as a threat. And it was a little too much of like life imitating art. And I want everyone to know that I am okay. Like, I'm not bitter. I am not sad about it. I feel like this is how my journey really did play out. And for them to really think that I'm a threat, like, good on them, because I was a threat and I would have came for anybody's throats, whoever got in my way, should I have been given the opportunity. And the back door was honestly probably the only way that they were going to get me out of that house. So pull the cards right. Good on you. But I would have won.
You would have, and you were going to be missed. You are such a big presence in that house. We are sorry to see you go. We can't wait to at least see you in the real world and hear you weighing in more as the season continues. Thank you so much, Jam.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Bye. Well, that about wraps up our quick interview with JM. Again, remember, these questions come from you guys, so make sure that you are tweeting us using hashtag YRRLive after the Thursday night's episode with your questions, or you can leave them in our Discord, yourrealityrecaps.com/Discord. We watch the episodes there at airtime on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, so if you need a place to watch without VPNs and weird websites and all that, just come and watch it with us in our Discord. It is a great free way for you to do that. And we watch the dailies every night at around 11 p.m. Eastern, give or take a little bit in our Discord. Of course, I am always live over on YouNow every single day at 4 p.m. Eastern till we do the dailies at around 11 p.m. We're also twitching every single night playing games with all of you, which leads me to my point of make sure that you guys follow, like, and subscribe wherever you are seeing our content: Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Of course, hitting that thumbs up and the bell in YouTube, leaving comments below, making sure that you're subscribed is a great way to help support the show, as is sharing it. Tell a friend, tell a family member. It really helps support the shows. You all are our best advocates if you enjoy this show. If you don't, then don't tell anyone. Just keep it to yourself. But look, we've been doing it for a long time, so you probably know the last, decades worth of shows are over on our website, archived at yourrealityrecaps.com. Check those out over there if you want more than just Big Brother. You want Housewives or Amazing Race or Survivor of past seasons. Check out all of our funds, our old school mashups. Everything is there and around our YouTube channel. That being said, until our next show, which for me is in a few hours, I'll be live on YouNow. I'll see you guys all later. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends.